The Video Dead is a 1987 horror film directed by Robert Scott and starring Michael St. Michaels, Roxanna Augesen, Rocky Duvall, Sam David McClelland, Victoria Bastel, and Jennifer Miro. Such a progressive film, this town has marijuana delivery. Look at this fucking millennial. They deliver a small crate to Mr. Jordan, who has no clue what it is. He pops it open and it's a state-of-the-art TV for 1987. Is that a 1984 World Series pennant that possibly has a Chicago Cubs logo on it? The TV kicks on, playing some zombie flick, but he turns it off. Whoops! It clicked back on again. He shows that TV by unplugging it, and the TV says, "Bite me," and turns on again. Then the zombies start climbing out of said TV. Sounds legit. The delivery guys show back up because they made the wrong delivery, discovering Jordan finally getting his smoke. The film jumps to 3 months later and we get some royalty-free rock and roll. The house has been sold. Hey, 3 months on the market isn't really that bad considering how Mr. Jordan bid it. And Zoe's arrived to get set up before her parents get back from Saudi Arabia. I'm sensitive to yard sign violence. We follow the lurker, who ends up being Zoe's brother Jeff. He needs a podiatrist considering the way he stumbled through that yard.
So what about you? What are you up to?
Well, I start my first semester at the university the first of next month.
You got in. Great. What's your major?
Aerobics.
80s.
I'm almost afraid to ask you what your minor is.
Wikipedia.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Totally 80s. A knock on the door reveals Daniel's trying to pull the oldest scam in the book.
Listen to me, young fella. I drove up all the way from Texas. I've been staring at that little yellow line for 3 days straight. You see, it looks like an ordinary TV set, but it isn't. More lives would be lost if it isn't found.
If lives depended on it, why did you use a cut-rate delivery service, ass? Later that night, Jeff hears the voice of a woman coming from upstairs. He thinks with his dick and puts a TV in his room.
Come on already, there's work to do.
Look what I found in the attic. A TV.
Great, now we have 3. Come on, there's a lot to do before Mom and Dad get here.
What kind of parents make their kids get the house ready? Jesus. April meets Jeff while walking a dog.
Sure. I love animals.
Me too, but I don't count poodles as animals.
Funny you should say that. I hate poodles too.
Nice bullshitting. I guess they won't mind when this happens. They go on a search for the missing poodle when Jeff learns that he now lives in a murder house.
Don't you find it a little creepy living in the murder house?
Speaking of what?
You mean nobody told you?
Told me about what?
Oh, and the dog's dead. Later that night, Jeff rolls himself some sweet Acapulco Gold and watches a horror movie. Then this woman shows up.
Too bad your little girlfriend couldn't come over and keep you company tonight.
Damn. You don't know what
This is some sweet public access. Oh shit, she's VR!
Hey, where are you? I don't get it. Why are you leaving?
What a cock tease! Some guy called the Garbage Man shows up, slits her throat, provides some exposition.
Take the TV and lock it in the basement. And do one more thing. Get a mirror and put the shiny side next to the screen. A mirror.
Don't worry, we won't see this character again in the film. He decides to just say no and takes the TV to the basement where it turns into a fog machine. He manages to get a hand with the mirror placement, and we're all good.
You're acting really strange.
That's the way I am. I'm a strange person.
Look how you showed up at the house. It's open. I guess these zombies are just snooping around the house and finding food to eat. What the fuck? Maria wakes up to all the noise these dead fucks are making and... Is the wall bleeding? She manages to give the guy an iron supplement, but she dies anyway. They stop upstairs and visit Dad before moving to the neighbors, where we get some sweet washer action and more laughing. They sure do have one hell of a sense of humor. Look at those cheekies! April learns that her parents are dead. It's okay, you can stay with me, baby. Daniels arrives for some sweet, sweet exposition.
The TV don't kill nobody. It's what comes out of the TV does the killing.
Well, then why didn't you just destroy the thing?
Oh, sister, don't you think I tried? But you can't. It sneaks into your brain and plays tricks. Most I could do is package it up and send it on.
That counter looks like a bitch to clean. Ugh, gingivitis. One of the undead carries April out. Bye now. And Zoe shuts the front door on the zombie. Fuck April. They start devising a plan. You could call your parents. And here's even more exposition.
The reason for the mayor is simple. The dead can't stand to look at themselves. Same goes for when a living person comes up again one. When a living person shows fear, it all comes home again. It's a difference.
They head to the woods to stop the terror.
Okay, boy.
Go ahead, have your fun. Cow shit.
What did you call me?
I called you cow shit. You call me boy. I call you cow shit. Okay, cow shit?
They are so fucked.
You're not gonna believe this. My all-time, absolute all-time favorite horror movie is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've seen it 6 times.
Do not reference a better movie in your own shitty movie. They arrive at Jason's shack and discover April's corpse. So they set up a trap! A herd shows up wanting to play piñata, and where in the hell is Daniels? That son of a bitch is in the shack asleep. They clean house and go after the bride zombie, only to have Daniels killed with his own arrow. Look at this pure speed. You stepped in your own bear trap, you fucking moron. He hides in the shack as the bride shows up, and then this happens. Holy shit. And then they all start waking up.
Jeff went for help.
Who the hell is left? They surround Zoe in the house. Look at this asshole. Why do women hold knives like that in movies? She remembers some bullshit about no fear and makes them dinner. They're all sitting around the table having dinner. Seriously. The horny zombie is getting a bit Weinstein-y. Remembering that locking them up drives them crazy and they'll eat themselves, she lures them to the basement by promising some dancing. Dinner and dancing. Sure, fuck it, why not? Locked in, they do eat each other and seem to be sucked back into the TV. The end. Good. Wait, the parents finally show up.
I slept like a ton of bricks. I always sleep best in the fall.
Do we really need to hear Dad's bullshit? And they make her feel better by setting up a TV in her room. Thanks for the sequel, bait. The Video Dead really lives up to its name. It's on video, and it's dead inside. As usual, the acting sucks. The actor that played Jeff was a high school drama student and appears to be the most qualified actor in this film. Then let's talk about the story. Who's the woman that's seducing Jeff? Better still, who's the garbage man? How did he get there? And what's the deal with the TV? How does a TV become possessed? Come on, throw me a fucking bone, please. It seems a sequel was planned where someone actually got sucked into the world that was inside the TV, but the director couldn't get enough money, so it didn't happen. Thankfully. I will give the makeup credit. The zombies look good, and they have a menacing look. It's too bad they weren't written that way.
Honey, when was the last time you had a shower? You stink.